morning, everyone. Good to see you here. This is Lydia. I hope y'all are doing well. We're going to be doing a 60-minute vinyasa. So I normally am pushing you guys pretty hard. That's kind of my go-to yoga style, is more of a power-oriented. But I like trying different things and challenging myself to learn new things and teach about them. So we're doing more of a slower flow, continual movement, but it will be less intense physically than other classes I've been teaching here. But I do feel that when it is less physically intense, it can be more mentally, spiritually, and emotionally intense, which is a really good thing sometimes. So take this at your own pace, take what you need, and I'm grateful to those of you who are joining me on the live stream. We're going to start on our back. Hug those knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Take those deep breaths. Maybe if you practice your Ujjayi breathings, close the lock at the back of the throat. Gently close the lips and let the air move through the back of the throat. Taking a few moments with your eyes gently closed, not squeezing them shut, not tensing up the temples, just breathing and releasing. Maybe flex and point the toes, and just allow yourself to melt towards the mat. We will do sort of melting and stretching at the beginning, and then more steady movement, and then back to melting and stretching, which I think is really healthy and good for us. And there's a lot of research that says that it is. So we'll circle out the ankles, wiggle the toesies, and then hug those knees in a little tighter. Big breath, feeling the way every inhale and exhale changes your body, brings something new to you, helps you release something old. And then just take your hands on your knees and start to circle the knees, pushing each corner of the lower back down. And then reverse the circle that you're making. And keep hugging your right knee in, send the left leg long. Again, point, flex, or floint the feet. And flex both feet, and then just move the feet from side to side, kind of wiggling them one way and the other, not flexing and pointing, moving them from side to side. Okay, now let's take the hands behind the right thigh and straighten the right leg out, flexing the foot back. And then we're going to bend it, point the foot. Pulling that thigh towards you continually. Inhale, lift it up, flex the foot. Exhale, point and bend. 3 more times. And then we're just going to hug that knee in again and set the foot down. Let the knee drop out to the side. Hands on your hips. Take 3 rounds of breath here, letting that right hip open. Close that right knee back up. Send the right leg long. Hug the left knee in. Flex and point the feet. And then move the feet from side to side, like you're waving at somebody with the sole of your foot. And then take your hands behind your left thigh. We're going to straighten the leg and flex, bend it, and point. Three more times. And then let's set that foot down, drop the left knee to the side, both hands on the hips. Allow for some opening here. Maybe notice the muscles around your shoulders, your neck, soften them. And just let yourself be present in your body. We don't always have to be working or pushing so hard. It's good to relax and take some time just behind our eyelids, just being. And then let's hug both knees into the chest again and open the knees out to either side and lift your heels up slightly so your knees are at a 90 degree or so, and breathe into that hip opening. And then bring your knees together, stretch your legs straight up, flex the feet back towards your face. Point, flex, point, flex. Let's set the feet down, hip width apart, heels close to the glutes. We're gonna set up for bridge pose. So work your shoulders under slightly. Hands are gonna start down by your hips. You're gonna push into all four corners of the feet. Lift the hips up, lift the arms overhead. Legs are active, back body is active. Try not to move your head from side to side. Lower the hips and hands down, legs go up. Flex the feet, point the feet, hug the knees in. And set the heels down. We're gonna do that bridge pose again. Inhale up. Lower the hips and hands, legs go straight up. Point, flex, point, hug the knees in. One more round, set the feet down. Inhale, arms up, hips up. And lower down, legs straight up, point, flex, point, hug the knees in. Big breath into the body. We're gonna start to rock and roll from the tailbone to the nape of the neck. Give yourself a little back massage there, and then we'll come to seated. I like to have a blanket under my sits bones when I'm seated, when I'm practicing seated postures. But if you don't have one or a towel or a pillow, it's fine. Cross your legs in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Pull your shoulders back so they're over the hips. When we meditate or when we sit in this pose, we tend to lean forward a little bit. So we want to lean back and find that long spine. Let's inhale, arms up, look up. Take the right hand down, stretch to the right side. Inhale, back up, look up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, back the other direction. Inhale, back up, look up. Exhale, other direction. Inhale up. This time, let's see if we can come all the way down to the forearm. If you can't, it's no big deal. If you can, push the opposite hip down, stretch long through those fingertips. Inhale, back up. All the way down to the other forearm stretch. Push the opposite sit bone down. Inhale, back up. Other side. Back to center. Last time. Come back to center. Again, let's check and make sure those shoulders are over the hips. We're gonna send the elbows out to either side with the fingertips on top of the shoulders. We're gonna make big circles forward with the elbows. Keep the breath long and steady. And then reverse the direction of your circles. Awesome. Now bring the biceps back parallel to the earth. And this time we're going to start to twist, like revolving from one side to the other. Don't think about pushing to go as deep into the twist as you can. Just think about steady movement, letting your head and neck naturally follow the movement of the torso. We're building some warmth. 2 more breaths. Let your gaze be soft. And slowly come back to center. Backs of the hands onto the knees, palms up. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. And let the head drop in a U shape until your left ear is towards your left shoulder. And go back around. And back. And to the right. One more each way. Back. And to the right. Head back to center. Let's interlace the hands under the chin. Squeeze the elbows together. This is kind of a rounding in the upper back. And then inhale, we're going to take an upper back bend. Look up, open the hands. Exhale, round. Inhale, open upper back bend. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. And releasing, opening back up. Let's switch so the other leg is at the front, whichever leg you didn't have at the front. And again, pull the shoulders back over the hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to one side. Long spine. Grow tall here. Maybe hug the abdominals in so you can twist a little deeper. Inhale, back up to center, look up. Exhale, twist the other direction with that long spine. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Pull the elbows back, puff the chest. Exhale, round the spine, forearms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And round. 2 more. And back to neutral. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist, one direction. Long spine. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, back to center, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pull the shoulders back and down. Grow through the crown of the head, abdominals strong as your base. Let's take the hands out to the left side of the left knee. Walk them out, pushing your right hip down so you feel a stretch. And then we're going to walk them in like a half circle, keeping the hips down. Just steadily walk them all the way around. And then hold when you're to the right of the right knee, pushing the left hip down. Big breath. Come all the way back up. We're going to find our way to tabletop. How about that? We're 15 minutes in and we're just now getting to our cats and cows. So knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back, drop the head, push the ground away. Inhale, long cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Follow your own breath, waking up the spine. Tuning in to what your body is telling you here. Even if you perceive it as bad news or an inconvenience, we want to listen to and honor the body. And then we'll come back to a neutral spine. Walk your knees together, hug your thighs together actively. Hands are wider than they normally are in table, so hands are to the edges of the mat. Drop the hips to the right side, look between the hands. Bring those hips back to center, drop them off the other side. Breathe. Legs back to center. Sit your your hips back on your heels. If that's too much, you may want a blanket, pillow, or towel underneath or between your hamstrings and your shins, or the backs of your shins. So we're seated here. We're going to inhale the arms up. Pull the shoulder blades back onto the back, strong torso, and then exhale them back, palms facing one another. Inhale them up. Exhale them back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Hands back to neutral. Now from the same position, we're going to cactus out the arms and tilt the hands down, forearms down. Inhale them back up, keeping the shoulders at a 90 degree. Moving the forearms up and down, loosening the shoulders. One more each way. Shoot the arms up, interlace the fingers, palms up, stretch to one side. Center, other side. Come back to center. We're going to melt the chest down, hands back by your heels. Let the forehead touch the earth. Breathe into the back body for embryo pose. Listening to the sound of your breath. Let's come back up to table. From here, keep your spine nice and long and strong. Send the right leg back. Push into the right hand and the left knee and foot and reach the left arm forward. Get really long here, abdominals pressing in towards the spine. Inhale, pulse the leg and the arm up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, round the spine, elbow towards knee. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend, and round. 2 more. This time we're going to extend it back out. Either hold or bend that right knee. Reach back for the knee with the hand and look forward. A lot of people can't do this, and that's okay. That's totally normal. We want to honor the limitations of your body. We definitely don't want to compare to anyone else. And when there are poses that we can't do in yoga, we learn that there is a journey for us to go on. There's something to move towards. To me, that's what makes it so compelling. And release the leg. Set the hand down, but kick the leg out to the side with the toes pointing forward. Walk the hands forward, sink the heart down for a modified puppy pose. So it's a gate pose plus puppy pose. Not a big deal if your chest doesn't reach the floor. Not a big deal if your forehead doesn't reach the floor. We want to get into the glutes and the lower back and the back of the right leg. And then let's come back up, hands under the shoulders. We're going to keep that leg out and find a cat and cow variation. And and back to a neutral spine. We're going to kick that right leg over to the left side, bend the knee and open the hip. And if your foot doesn't go as far as mine does, that's okay. I've been practicing yoga for 8 years. That's kind of a long time. It is for me. And then close that right hip down, flex the right toesies down so your hips are square, tuck the toes under, push back through the right heel, pushing the ground away with the palms, being really long through your back body. And then set the right knee down. Find that child's pose or embryo if you prefer. Check back in with the breath. Let go of all the thoughts that are trying to crowd back into your mind. Give yourself a nice break. Let's come back up to table. We're going to send the left leg long, push in to the right knee and foot, left hand, and if it's available, reach the right arm forward. Back is strong and long. We're going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round the spine, bring the elbow towards the knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, round. Inhale. 2 more. Send it back out, bend the knee, maybe reach back for the foot, maybe not. Release the foot, set the hand down, send the foot out to the side, legs straight, toes pointed forward. Walk the hands forward, drop the chest, sink into your puppy pose variation. It can even be really nice if you have yoga blocks to put those behind your triceps here. And then bend the elbows. That can be a really nice shoulder and front body opener. And then let's come back up, hands under shoulders. Keep that leg where it is. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose variation. One more round of each pose. Back to a neutral spine. Let's reach that left leg up and over, bending the knee, looking between the hands. Straighten that left leg back behind you, toes pointed down, hips square. Tuck the toes under, push through the left heel. Long, flat spine, push the ground away. And set that left knee down, hips back. Maybe you want your knees open for a lower, juicier child's pose, or maybe you want them together to stretch the lower back. Either way, let's walk the hands off the right side of the mat, maybe placing the left palm on top of the right. Let the head sink down, breathe into the left side body, letting the hips drop down and back. Soft neck, soft temples, facial muscles. Walk the hands back through center. And off the left side, right hand pushing down on the left, hips sinking back and down, softening. Walk the hands back to center. Come up to table. Hands as wide as the mat, knees together. Drop the hips to the right side. Trying to go a little deeper into this stretch. Hips back to center. Off the left side. Hips back to center. Let's take a seat back on our heels again, sitting down, spine long. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back, palms together. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up and back. 2 more. And then staying where we are, we're going to tee out or cactus out the arms and then close them down and up. Down. Up. Down. Up. 2 more. Down. And up. Inhale, arms up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, stretch to one side, sinking the shoulders down. Back to center, other side. Back to center. Let's tee the arms out, but bring the hands on top of the shoulders, the fingertips on top of the shoulders. And again, 3 big circles forward with the elbows. And then we'll reverse. And let the hands come down. We're going to come up to standing on the knees. So knees are under the hips, toesies are tucked under, and you can try this standing if it doesn't feel good on your knees, if you can't stand on your knees. We're going to inhale the right arm up. Take the palm down like we're putting it into our back pocket, so it's palm forward on top of your rear end. Left arm up, same thing. See about hugging the elbows together, hugging the shoulders together, abdominals in and up. Start to send the hips forward, hug the shoulder blades together, maybe sink the head back for your camel variation. And slowly start to come up, arms up, take a seat back on the heels. Walk it back out to your tabletop. Tuck the toes under. We're going to find our first downward facing dog. So V shape with the body. Hands about shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart. Walk out your dog, bending one knee and then the other one. Continually working to lengthen out your spine. Pushing the ground away with the hands. Sinking the heart down and back. And maybe sway your hips from side to side. And we're going to reach the right leg up, not too high. Shift forward, right foot between the hands, drop the left knee down. Foot and knee are hip width apart. Push the ground away, lift up. Take your hands to your hips. So there's different Anjaneyasanas, that's what this lunge is called. And it can be forward for the stretchier ones of us, and it can be back for people more interested in stability and who don't have as much flexibility. So what we're going to do is just move between those two. Sinking forward and back. And one more time. And back up. Okay, now let's inhale the arms up. Take the left hand down, right arm up, so you're in a twisted Anjaneyasana. And then you're going to take your left toes out to the side of the mat and tuck them under. So your shin is perpendicular to the mat. Send the right leg long. Set the right toes down facing the long edge of your mat. Stretch from the outer edge of the right foot all the way through the right pinky. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, elbow towards knee. Slow crunches for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it back out. Bend the knee. See about reaching back to grab the inside edge of the foot. If you can't, just reaching towards the foot is a great option. And release the leg. Set it down. Come up to standing. So toes and the left knee are pointing in the same direction. Left toes are tucked under. Reach your arms up. Stretch over towards the right leg. Spiraling the rib cage open. Come back up, arms up, look up. Walk it back out to your puppy pose variation. Hands going forward, chest sinking down, hips up and back. Come back up, hands under your shoulders, 3 rounds, modified cat and cow. And then walk your hands back around to the front of your mat. Bring those left toesies back behind you. Set the right knee down. Push into the palms, tuck the toes under, hips up and back. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Maybe a nice juicy bend in the knees here. Now we're going to reach the left leg up. Shift forward, left foot between the hands, drop your right knee down, Anjaneyasana. Hands to your hips, let's start to shift forward and back. And coming back, we're going to take the right hand down, left arm up for a twist. Take the right toesies out to the side, so right shin perpendicular to the mat. Send the left leg long, toes pointed forward. Stretch from the left edge of the left foot to the left pinky. Lift the left leg up, slow crunches. Elbow to knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back out, bend the knee, reach back with the hand. Maybe grab the foot. Release the foot out, toes still pointed toward the long edge of the mat. Come up to standing, Parigasana, right toes tucked under, right hip over right knee. Inhale, arms up. Left hand works its way down the left leg, and you spiral your rib cage open, looking up toward the ceiling. Inhale, back up. Walk the hands out, sinking the chest down, hips up. Inhale, back up, hands under the shoulders, 3 rounds, modified cat and cow. And walk the hands back to the front of the mat, right toesies back, left leg long. Set the left heel down, toes under, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Set the knees down, walk the inner edges of the legs together, sit the hips back. See if you can walk your hands back behind you, with your fingertips pointed towards your glutes. Pull the shoulder blades down and together, puff the chest, maybe drop the head back. And slowly come out of it. Walk all the way forward to child's pose and downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Shift forward, plant it between the hands, set the left knee down. Anjaneyasana, lifting up. Cactus the arms out, puff the chest, look up. Inhale, arms up. We're going to start to shift forward. Maybe take the left hand down, maybe reach back towards the left foot, maybe to the left foot. But you'll note, I don't know if you can see it, but my right knee is really opening out to the side, and I'm on the right edge of the right foot. So you can create some space here. Try and stay long in the spine, left arm active. And even if you're just reaching back for the foot, that's a great stretch. And release. Hands surround this right foot, walk it to the center, and then pull the right hip back, straightening the right leg, lift up with your long flat back as much as you can, and then fold over. Inhale, bend the knee, walk that foot a little bit out to the side. Now the left shin comes parallel to the front of the mat, left toes tucked under, right hand to the inside of the right foot, left arm up. Left toes go back behind you. Lift up to Anjaneyasana. Cactus the arms, puff the chest. Inhale, arms up. Hands surround the foot, back to table, to downward facing dog. Nice, easy flow, feeling your body move through the postures. Staying present with the breath, with whatever we have come onto our mat to reckon with today. Inhale the left leg up. Shift forward, set it between the hands. Drop the right knee down, Anjaneyasana. Cactus the arms, puff the chest. Inhale, arms up. We're going to take the right hand down, sink the hips forward, let that left knee open out to the side a little bit, and maybe that's all you need. Maybe you can bend the right knee and reach back for the foot. It feels so serious when you guys aren't here. Like, I want you guys to laugh at me when I mess things up. That's what I miss most about teaching in person. One more breath. And release. Walk the left foot back to center. Pull the left hip back, straighten that leg, come up onto fingertips, lifting your back as much as you can, and then fold over. And then bend the left knee, walk it out again. Take the right toesies out to the side, so right shin parallel to the front of the mat. Left hand to the inside of the left foot, right arm up. Breathe. Take the right hand down, right toes back, Anjaneyasana, arms up, cactus, keep the chest puffed. Inhale, arms up, hands surround the front foot, downward facing dog. Set the knees down, come to sit on your shins again. Inhale, arms up, palms together. and back, palms together. One more. This time, cactus the arms out, tilt the forearms down, and up, down, up. One more. Shoot the arms long, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, sink the shoulders down, stretch to one side. Center, other side. Center, let's come to standing on the knees. Tuck your toesies under, knees under the hips. We're gonna try modified camel. If you practice full camel, you're welcome to take this there. And if this doesn't feel good on your lower back, you can always just take a seated heart opener. That's fine too. And so toesies are tucked under. Let's reach the right arm up. Think about growing long between every rib, sinking the hips forward, strong abdominals, and then take the right hand to the right heel if you can reach it. If you can't reach it, right hand to the top of the right glute. And then maybe left arm up. You're sending your body forward actively. Maybe sink the head back behind you. And use your abdominals, come back up. Arms up. Inhale, grow tall on your left side. Reach back with the left hand for the left heel. Send the hips forward, puff the chest. Take that beautiful back bend. Inhale, back up, use the abdominals. Take a seat back on your heels, walk your knees together. Inhale, arms up, take the right hand down to the floor, stretch over, bending the right elbow to stretch in the left side body. Inhale, back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back up. Let's find table to downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Push your hands into the mat, lifting yourself up and back. And then we'll come back onto the knees. One more round of that modified camel. Stacking hips over the knees. Toes tucked under. Lengthen, right arm up, 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 up. Start to send the hips forward, strong belly. Right hand to right heel, left arm up. Lifting, glowing, opening. Active abdominals, start to lift yourself back up. Left hand to left heel. Lifting, lifting, puffing, opening back. All the way back up. Sit down on your heels. Widen out your knees. Walk the hands forward. Wide-legged child's pose. Melting down, letting the hips open. Tuck the toes under, push into the palms, downward facing dog. Walk it out. And then we're going to walk the toesies up to meet the hands. So we're finding a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe let your head sway from side to side. Bring your hands to your hips, lift up halfway for a long, flat spine. and fold back down. Maybe grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side. And then we're going to make our way to a seat. Feet together, knees wide for Baddha Konasana. A lot of people, if they're tight here, will need to sit on something to kind of give you some more space. But if you need to, just push the heels away from the groin so it's not too much sensation. Wherever you are, push the sits bones down, grow through the chest, pull the shoulders back and down. Hold that shape, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder, and then shift your gaze so you're looking down towards the right forearm. Bring your head back to center. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, and then shift your gaze so you're looking down towards your left forearm. Head back to center. We're just going to start to hinge forward. Keep the spine long. Feel the stretch as it starts to happen. Maybe if you need more, push your knees down, but be gentle. And we'll round over, maybe walking the hands forward. If it's too much sensation, maybe back out a little bit or keep it dynamic with movements from side to side. And let's come back up. We're going to find a straddle. So it's not the splits. You just want to open up wide enough where you start to feel some stretch on the inner side of the legs. But you want your knees and your feet or toesies to be pointing straight up. Okay, so you feel something, but you're not having to turn in or do anything wonky on the joints in order to maintain. So walk your hands back, fingertips towards the glutes, puff the chest, drop the head back. And start to come up. Keep those toesies pointed up. Walk forward as far as you can. Keep your knees and your toes pointed up. Three more rounds of breath. Slowly coming back up. Let's take the right elbow toward the right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over. Breathing into the left side body. Back up to center. Other side. Back up. Let's close the legs. Find Dandasana. So legs are active, heels scraping down into the mat, toes curled back towards the shins. Maybe move the glutes so you're right down on your sits bones. Inhale your arms up. We're going to take the right hand down, stretch to the right side with the legs active. Back to center. Other side. Back to center. We're going to start to tiptoe the hands forward, keeping the spine long. So find your edge. Breathing in, grounding the heels into the mat. Inhale, grow longer. Exhale, round over. Maybe if you need to, bring a sway into this. And coming back up. Let's set the feet down, knees up, hands to your shins. Let's find a few rounds of seated cat and cow to wring out the spine, work out the last of the kinks, hopefully. And then we'll lower onto our back. Hug the knees into the chest, just like we did at the beginning of our practice. And we'll open the knees out, lift the feet up, grab the shins, big toes, or outer edges of the feet, and move from side to side in our happy baby pose. Letting whatever we're holding in that hip space go. Allowing ourselves to be absorbing the fruits of our practice, of our moving meditation. Every breath a whisper of gratitude to ourselves for making it here today. And then we'll bring the knees back together, releasing the feet. Cactus or tee out the arms and drop the legs to the right side. And you can either stay here and just look over to the left, or you can take it into a cattail where you keep that left knee up, but you work the right foot back and grab the right foot with the left hand. Take what you prefer. We'll release the foot. If you have it, come back onto your back with the knees in. Drop the knees off the other side. Look the opposite direction and maybe work your way into cattail if that feels appropriate for you. And we'll slowly come back onto the back. Hug your knees in one last time if you need it. Maybe circle out your ankles or stretch the legs high. I like to start my Savasana in Supta Baddha Konasana with my knees open and my feet together. But you find whatever variation of this resting pose that you prefer. Traditionally, shoulders worked under, palms up, legs long with feet opening to either side. But you find what works for you using props, blankets, pillows, whatever you need to make these next few moments of resting meditation, absolutely scrumptious for yourself. We'll begin to move the fingers and the toes and deepen your breath, filling your body up with air. From wherever you are, set the feet down, hip width apart, and just gently windshield wipe out the knees. Inviting yourself gently back into awareness here in this space. And when you're ready, we'll slowly push up to a seated position. Sukhasana again, easy seated pose, legs crossed, spine long. Inhaling, arms up, maybe circling out the wrists. We'll exhale, hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to share my practice with you. It's a pleasure to be able to practice the wonderful art of yoga. From my heart to yours, namaste.